Before we get started on the video, I just need to let you know that there are going to be backwards words spoken and words that are scrambled in position. The reason why I have to do this is because there is censorship going on right now regarding anything having to do with the Demic pan that's been happening since 2019 and the V that came out of the Demic pan. I call it Divoc. It's just backwards for co and then word ending in D with a VI. Okay? I have to say it that way, otherwise my video will instantly get pulled because they're calling everything Divoc misinformation. They're basically taking away our free speech and they're utter hypocrites. Anyway, check the description box for the reversed words and the unscrambled words so you know what they are. Tom Hanks was on Stephen Colbert, who, incidentally, they look extremely creepy. But that's not the point of this. You can't help but notice. The point is, they were recently caught blatantly speaking their secret satanic witch language. I caught them coding codes for the mark of the beast as it is coming, and they watch and they see if their codes have been unraveled because they know there are very big secrets there. The secret is that the codes for the mark of the beast and the codes given to us in Revelation 13, especially verses 17 and 18, are all found in the code for Barack Obama's birth. So his birth and his time of birth together, that code, the code that equals 5754, it involves every single keyword that we were given in Revelation 17 and 18 about calculating the mark of the beast. For it is the number of a man, his number is 666. Yet, it also reveals the identity of what the mark of the beast actually is, and they know this. Entire code, an entire riddle is hidden within the birth code of Barack Hussein Obama, birthday and hour. For example, the gematria for Barack Hussein Obama's birth date and time of birth, 1466, equals calculate microchip and the beast mark birth Barack Obama, and that's exactly what happens when you calculate his birth date and time of birth. You find the code for the microchip of the mark of the beast Barack Hussein Obama, as I'm going to show you later. And it's stunning that the gematria actually even tells us that. Tom Hanks recently went on Stephen Colbert, and they did secret codes for the mark of the beast over and over and over again in this segment. So I'm going to reveal some interesting things about the analog typewriter that Tom Hanks, and the reason why they did that. So he's kind of the person to talk about analog and the mark. And here he is. What they do is pronounce their misspelled words and then use those in codes to use for gematria equivalents for the words or sentences that they actually want to convey. So immediately Stephen tries to pass off what he says as, "Hey everyone," but he does not say that at all. TV is studied to put your brain in alpha brain wave. So people will think that he said, "Hey everyone," when he really said, "Hey, risk one." It's crazy. Right, the reason why he did this is because it's a backdoor code for another code. So you can see there's 611, because the 611 code 611 is a well-known code for a code having to do with the beast. 611 equals number of beast. And that's precisely what they're talking about. He said, "Thank you, ban." There's no D sound, listen. Thank you, ban equals something important, 852. It equals B, Obama, Divoc. There's a reason. Stephen Colbert's first code and this code were meant to be put together, and you're going to see what those both equal in a moment. And if you add those two codes together, the other one that he just said, the 611 code, which decoded to number of beast plus B Obama Divoc, equals something very interesting. Okay, this was the thank you ban B Obama Divoc, obviously incomplete code 852. Okay, we're going to add that to the last decode to see what they really meant to say. So it was 611, which is number of beast, and then it was B Obama Divoc. If we're going to add those two decoded codes together, and they equal. Alright, Stephen Colbert's code was 1172, which equaled 611, and then so I put 611 into the search and I found number of beast. Then Tom's code equaled B Obama Divoc. Those both two together equal the mark of the beast on the forehead or on the right hand. It's 1463, and it equals the mark of the beast. That code only used his partial name and the partial code for Divoc V. So what we're going to do is use his full name and the full code for the Divoc V. And then we are going to do something else. Hang in there. We are going to resolve this code with the Barack Obama birth code and resolve it to find out what the mark of the beast is. Since I know that they know that the Divoc Eniccav is hidden in the mark of the beast code, I decoded it for you. The mark of the beast code is his birthday and hour code. It equals 5754. Their decoded code from the beginning was 1463. The mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand. That's just part of his birth hour and birthday code. They just used a part of his name and just Divoc. They used a partial code. So his full name plus the full code for Divoc 19 Eniccav, when all added together, would reveal what their code, the mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand, is. What is that mark? I knew by cross-referencing Barack Obama's birth and hour code that it would reveal what the mark was, and I was correct. This is the code, born August 4, the year 1961, 7:24 p.m., 5754. Remember that for later, because the full decode of the mark of the beast plus the code they gave us plus Divoc 19 Eniccav, it equals that number. Alright, his full name equals 623, Barack Hussein Obama, 623 in gematria. Divoc 19 Eniccav equals 1771. Code that they encoded, the mark of the beast on the forehead or on the right hand, that was decoded from the show, 1463. I'm going to show you now. Add all those three together and subtract from the Barack Hussein Obama 5754 birth and hour code. It tells you what the mark is. We're going to go over that. But first, this is very interesting. They gave us number of beast 611 and then B Obama Divoc. That's all incomplete. but it does equal 1463, the mark of the beast, the right hand or of the forehead. We're going to complete those codes. We're going to use his full name. We're going to use that code, and we're going to use the full code for Divoc 19 Eniccav, and then we're going to find out what it is. This one equaled 611. 1174 equals 611, so 611 equals number of beast. And then Tom's code, see that number of beast. Then Tom's code, thank you, Ban, without the D, they're so ridiculous, is 852. That equals B Obama Divoc. I had a hunch that they were just using the partial codes for his full name and then the partial code for Divoc, the 19 Eniccav, by coding that. And so it was correct, because we are able to discover what the mark is when we figure and calculate all of that against his birth code. Okay, their decoded code was B Obama Divoc number of beast 1463, and that equals the mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand. That's our first clue. Now we're going to calculate his full name, the full name of the V, and their code, the mark of the beast on the forehead or right hand 1463, and subtract from BHO birth code, which is born August 4th, the year 1961, 7:24 p.m., equaling 5754. Okay, 623 plus 1771, so his full name, plus the Divoc Eniccav 19 1771, plus the code for the mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand 1463. And then we're going to find out what all three of those equal. Equals 3857. So now we're going to subtract from his birth code, which is 5754, the full details of his birth date and hour. 5754 minus 3857 equals 1897. That's the code that we have left with. And I knew that it was going to decode what the mark is. And it's identification certificate passport in microchip RFID implant 1897. The same thing that they've already been showing in Sweden going into the hands. Now we're going to add all of the codes together at once. All right, Barack Hussein Obama, and then the certificate passport, the mark of the beast, that's their code that they started with in the forehead or the right hand. And then we're going to add Divoc 19 Eniccav. Okay, what we're left with is this. In yellow is the code I decoded from them. The mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand in yellow. That was the 1463 code. But they only used his partial name, and they used the partial code for Divoc. So I knew I needed to use those. So I added all those together, and then I subtracted from his birth code, because I knew everything about the mark is hidden in his birth code, as I'm going to show you all the 5754 that identify his number is 666, and they keep identifying that the mark is the RFID, and it all has to do with Divoc, the Eniccav, and then it's a certificate passport, but it also comes with the microchip implant. This is exactly what the mark is, okay? I will show you how all of those match up with all of the wording in Revelation that talks about how we calculate the mark of the beast in a little bit, but that is what they were saying decoded. You have to understand how advanced these devils are. So look how it perfectly matches his birthday code. Born August 4, the year 1961, 7:24 p.m. And that is what is shown on his birth certificate as the time of his birth, and that is how I know that. Look at this again. Barack Hussein Obama's birth date and time of birth equals 1466, which says, calculate microchip in the beast to mark birth Barack Obama, which is exactly what we did. We found the beast mark, which is a microchip, and we calculated it with his birth date and time, exactly as that code says. The year 1961, 7:24 p.m. It's so exact, it's just incredible. And here it is one more time. The mark of the beast on the forehead or right hand, Barack Hussein Obama. Divoc 19 Eniccav, identification, certificate, passport in microchip, RFID implant, 5754. You're going to see that code and how it fulfills Revelation later.
Major stuff going on up there. Thank you. Thank you.
He's definitely finger smelling, but I can't figure that out. Like, that looks like an F, that looks like an X. Alright, he said major. Major equals Eniccav. They just coded the mark of the beast on the right hand or the forehead code, and now they're coding the Eniccav because they used a partial code for the Divoc, remember? And I already showed you what the Divoc Eniccav Barack Hussein Obama mark on the right hand or on the forehead code is. So we don't need to go over that again.
Thank you. Major stuff going on up there. Thank you.
He said major, which is the code for Eniccav, and then he does a slap on the cheek. Okay?
Major stuff going on.
Which equals Neuralink. Oh, surprise, surprise. And this is right after they code the mark of the beast on the right hand or the forehead. Okay. Okay, Neuralink. It's the brain one. Okay. I mean, this is just insane. So anyway, they're getting ready for it. It's coming.
Major stuff going on up there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, not thank you. That equals need a birthday code. If you take out birthday, need a code equals 117. Need a code 117, that equals Barack. B in decimal English gematria 117. Barack birthday. And here's his birthday code, and now you know why they had to do the Demic pan, Divoc 19 Demic pan, for the identification certificate, passport, microchip, RFID implant. I showed you that last video. Let's go over a snippet of that. Once again, we can calculate the number of the beast. The mark is by using the wording that they've given us. You notice in the video there that they showed a certificate. So the certificate is definitely involved in the code of the mark of the beast. But, so look at that. Divoc 19. Eniccav passport on a microchip implant is the wording that they gave us. And so I figured out the rest, subtracted that from Barack's birth code, and then let me show you what I got. Barack Hussein Obama, the mark of the beast on the forehead, on the hand, called a Divoc 19 Eniccav passport on a radio frequency microchip implant, 5754. Next, I'm just going to take out a Divoc 19 Eniccav passport on a radio frequency microchip implant, and then show you what it decodes to. And it's scary. The destroyer owns you. Destroy the soul equals 3859. And that equals the portion of the code taken from the wording given to us by the Swedish video for the radio frequency implant. A Divoc 19 Eniccav passport on a radio frequency microchip implant. 3859. What did that say again? I've shown you in previous codes that Barack Hussein Obama is called the Destroyer. And so that code is pretty alarming. The destroyer owns you. Destroy the soul matches the code for the Divoc 19 passport frequency, radio frequency microchip implant. Okay, this is serious. It's telling you what it is. Do not take it. Alright, let's get back to Babylon's babblers, who are, by the way, looking more and more evil every day. Tom Hanks just keeps looking creepier and creepier every time I see him.
Thank you. Thank you. You're kind to me. Thank you.
These gestures know how ridiculous they look. Kai Gyu Gyu, trying to pass it off as kind of you. When you slow it down, you can see they're not saying what you think they're saying. Tom, you sound like a kindergartner. Kai Gyu Gyu equals 443 equals name of the beast. You're going to be held accountable for your lies, sitting up there pretending you're saying something that you're not. Doing your stupid magic tricks. Anyway, Kai Gyu Gyu equals name of the beast. That's exactly what they're talking about. And he was just talking about major. He said major, and that equals Eniccav.
Major stuff going on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Equal. Joy.
Thank you very much.
This is a trick they do all the time. They do, it's like magic. He said, thank you very much, and he's moving his face forward. He makes the CH sound with his mouth, but no sound comes out of his lips. Watch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Equal.
Much.
Equal. Joy.
The lying gestures for Satan.
Thank you very much.
Equal. Joy.
Obvious, it's a code. 3474. It equals 666. And that no man might buy or sell. Okay. Definitely talking about the mark this whole time. It's clear they are discussing many facets of the number of the beast and the mark code on the show. They watch us and they know it has been decoded. At this point, you may wonder why they care, besides the reason that we're going to tell each other what it is and not to be deceived into taking it. It's actually bigger than that. When I was decoding a bunch of stuff earlier, like a year ago, I came across a code that was extremely telling. It said that, I have to tell you the gist because I don't think I saved the code. It was basically acknowledging and discovering the hidden secrets that are hidden in gematria in the Bible gives shape to reality. It makes things happen that they don't want to happen. The one who has wisdom and understanding calculates God's gematria, the number of the beast, 4677. This equals breaking crypt of gematria, the mark of the Antichrist name, beast, exposed all the secret hidden in the book of the Revelation. Okay? So the secrets are being exposed and uncovered. What is, by deciphering the beast number and his name and what the mark of the beast is. Okay, what is a crypt? It's exactly what I've been showing you. You take a code and you invert it and decode it into the meaning of something else, like it shows here that. So the crypt here would be the one who has wisdom and understanding calculates God's gematria, the number of the beast, 4677. And then through process of inverting and decoding all of the letters, I flipped them to find breaking crypt of gematria, the mark of the Antichrist named beast, exposed all the hidden secret in the book of the Revelation, 4677. Okay, so that's how we find other truths. That is precisely how the book of Revelation was written for us, and we were supposed to uncover this and decode it like this. There's a reason why Jesus said he's the Alpha and the Omega. That's the first and last letter of the alphabet, okay? He's saying the alphabet is important. At the end of the video, I am going to show you everything that I have calculated for the 5754 code for Obama's birthday and birth time, which reveal everything, every single word in the book of Revelation 13, chapter, verse 17 and 18 that identifies the mark of the beast. It is amazing. But first, as Divoc Eniccav was spreading over the whole world in 2019, a company in Sweden made a video introducing the mark, using gematria codes that reveal it is in fact the mark, as they do have to disclose. That's how their sorcery works. Divoc was used to usher in the ploy to deceive men to take the mark of the beast. And it's an implantable, wearable one. The mark of the beast is a chip. But the trick is you have to get the Divoc Eniccav to get it in the first place. The WEF 2022, the evil supervillain and the other evil supervillain from Brazil, I think, the Pfizer dude, forgot his name, they said that there will be another V that will be a once a year V that is anti-flu Divoc combo, and the numbers on that are extremely interesting.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID, and he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
All right, we have another Eniccav waiting in the wings. Anti-flu Divoc combo Eniccav 2038, and it matches 666 perfectly. 2038. So that's coming, and I do believe they said that it would be coming in the fall of 2022, I believe. It's a once a year Eniccav they shocked people into having to take so many boosters that I think people will be eager to take one. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see how they manipulate people? Anyway, let us see. This video was released on 10/13/2019. This is 5 days before event 201. And then shortly after event 201 is when Divoc started spreading around the whole world. And this just shows to me that this was the plan the whole time. This is the reason for Divoc.
Line touch it?
Yeah.
Line touch it?
Yeah.
Here they go again. They hide their codes in sentences that don't make sense, mispronounced sentences or words. That's how they know where the code is.
Line touch it?
Yeah.
Line touch it?
Yeah.
Line touch it is 544 and get the beast mark 544.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, so he sticks his pinky out, makes an S sound as she says yeah, and then he points at the beaded bracelets. This is all coding. First of all, they're using pinky as a code for 519, which is May 19th in the decoded code. I worked out the code, and the code is revealed only when 519 becomes May 19th. Okay, so the pinky is May 19 in the code. In this segment, they are using a combination of physical objects, sign language of the pinky to convert to May 19, which is part of the code. He injects a S sound, S. She says yeah, and then he points at his beaded bracelets. They also say weird later and sign G. We're going to do that next. All those together, May 19, pinky is 519, beaded bracelets, S sound, and yeah equals 1506. Mark of the beast, Divoc microchip, 1506. Oh. Yeah. Codes of the sounds, the pinky, the beaded bracelet, the S, and the yeah is 1506. And then that equals mark of the beast, Divoc microchip, but we're not done yet. He signs G when she says weird. Watch. Oh, weird. This reminds me of Chuck Schumer saying it's a weird looking thing when talking about Divoc Cereve. Anyway, weird G equals 1005 and 19 Eniccav is 1005. Okay, let's put the whole code together now. All right, May 19th for the pinky. Pinky is 519. Beaded bracelets, he pointed at. Made a S sound. She says yeah. And then weird G. 2511 is the code. And then Divoc 19 Eniccav microchip mark of beast. It's not just the Eniccav. It's the microchip as well, as revealed with Barack's birth date. Clearly, mark of the beast, Divoc 19 Eniccav microchip 2511. Also, they're encoding it too. It's the truth. It has to be the microchip, not just the Eniccav. Okay, the decoded code, Mark of the Beast, Divoc 19 Eniccav microchip 2511. Is this really the Mark of the Beast? I mean, it's just a partial name. There's actually more words that go along with it. But is this really? Well, Revelation told us to use gematria, and this is why. Because gematria confirms that it is. Decoded, Revelation 13, Antichrist, ARNM, Mark of the Beast, 2511. It literally confirms, yes, it is the Mark of the Beast. Okay? So that's why we needed gematria to decode and figure out who the beast was, what the mark was.
Weird.
With 3 confirmed cases, 1 in Illinois, 1 in Washington State, 1 in Orange County, California. It's a very weird looking thing.
It's weird looking. Well, remember weird G is 1005, and we know that equals 19 Eniccav. It's just part of the name. Okay, so if we take weird G out of weird looking, we're left with LLOKIN, and that equals RFID chip. They have literally been coding this, the Mark of the Beast, since 2020, okay? They're like, hi, the thing that's going to bring in, usher in the Mark of the Beast is here, basically. Weird looking. 1184. It's missing Divoc, obviously.
A grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
A grain of rice.
How convenient. A grain of rice equals mark chips. Grain of rice, mark chips. 291.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice, 705, equals the beast mark called an RFID chip. There's a reason why they name things the way they do, and they say things the way that they do.
Keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chips. So I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So let's buy some snacks. So
I knew that was a code just the way that they were acting anyway. Divoc 19 Great Reset Barack Obama passport equals 2195, but it also equals 2082. That code that they used. So Divoc 19 Great Reset Barack Obama passport 2195. Let's buy some snacks, exactly, so equals 2082 as well, which equals commit the unforgivable sin, Mark of the Beast 2082. So they're telling you in codes, basically. They're never going to tell you except in codes. Commit the unforgivable sin, Mark of the Beast 2082. Matches that phrase. There was 2 numbers in that phrase, which is why they used it. Alright, so Divoc 19 Eniccav embedded microchip equals 2082. And then let's buy some snacks code, they said, equals 2082. 2082 also equals radio frequency identification device. And there you see the code again, the 2 different numbers. Commit the unforgivable sin, Mark of the Beast 2082. radio frequency identification device 2082. I'm repeating these just so you guys get them.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin. A smart device under their skin.
Smart device 1027. There's a reason why they name all these things what they do, okay? 1027. And then that equals a number. Barack Obama, mark of the beast, 1027. They're telling you what this is in code. This is the only way they're going to tell you, which is why we were instructed to use gematria. Smart device 1027. A number. Barack Obama, mark of the beast, 1027. Equals smart device. He was pointing to it going into the hand.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
They're first rolling it out in Stockholm. Look at the number, 1405. Stockholm, Sweden. Obama is the name of the beast. Prophecy equals 666. So that basically means Obama is the name of the beast, 666. That's what that means. So I just put 666 in with that code so you can see prophecy is just a filler word that I used because it equals 666, okay? So Obama is the name of the beast, 666. Equals Stockholm, Sweden, and that's the first place that they are inserting the chip into people's hands, okay? I do believe these are probably all insider people at first. I don't know. I just don't know. And then they are going to show some images that go by really fast. But I kept seeing scooters in the Daily Mail all the time. I knew it was a code. So I saw the scooter there and I was like, hey, they're always doing that in the Daily Mail. And it equals 378 and it equals right hand mark. So definitely a reason why they chose to show that, you know, in this presentation. Then they show two men in two white t-shirts, and then he sticks out his hand and turns so that the cameraman can see, hey, look, this is being code. This is a code, people. Do you see his hand? Him turning around and his hand sticking out like that. All right, silly how they do it, but they do this stuff for a reason, okay? Watch. Hand and two white t-shirts. It's silly, but whatever. 2602. Number of beast. Wisdom. Calculate number of beast. 2602. And then we have number 4 man. 666. Why I put 4 was because some translations say 4 in the interlinear. President-elect Barack Hussein Obama, the number of his name, Barack Hussein Obama, mark, 2602. Mark, anti-flu Divoc 19 Eniccav, combination, 2602. That's the one that's coming up. Plague, vaccina, passport, mark of beast calculation, 2602. 2 white t-shirts, hand, 2602. There's a reason why they choose the images they choose to show. Barack Hussein Obama, a number of 603 2602.
Enjoy.
Oh, man. Thank you very much. What a pleasure it is to be in Ed Sullivan.
Why did Tom come on the show on the day that they were heavily coding the mark of the beast? Do you guys remember this? The Aneroke typewriter. We all found that very odd, didn't we? A Aneroke typewriter, 1964. Aneroke Ver S certificate. Chip implant, 1964. They code these things to tell each other when things are coming, I believe. And it's also a part of their sorcery. I don't know how it works. All right, now let's get into his birth code. Born August 4, the year 1961, 7:24 p.m., 5754. Mark of the Beast of Barack Hussein Obama, 603-6. Gematria is the mission, reveals what no one else can. 5754. Let's see what else it reveals about that number. Alright, this is his birth code. Born August 4th, the year 1961, 7:24 p.m., 5754. The mark of the beast on the forehead or right hand, Barack Hussein Obama, Divoc Eniccav, identification certificate, passport, in microchip RFID implant, 5754. That's his birthday code. I already said that moments ago. Just reminding you. Barack Hussein Obama, name of the angel of destruction, the beast of revelation. He will magnify himself above all others, 5754. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, believe that they should believe a lie, number of a man named Barack, the mark of the beast, prophecy, 5754. Prophecy equals 666. Okay, so that's his number, and that was included in the code. Implant chip named Divoc Eniccav microchip implant into your mind, and your soul will be destroyed. 5754. That's a really big warning. That is nothing to mess around with. Not worth it. Wisdom, understanding, calculate, number of the beast, number of a man, B.H. Obama, number 666, 5754. It's amazing how many different configurations with all of the information that we have in Revelation 13 that is found in this number. If you've taken Divoc Eniccav and a microchip ID, you have accepted the mark of the beast, 5754. That's pretty clear. Okay, you have to do both. If you've taken embedded Divoc Eniccav microchip, you have accepted the mark of the beast, 5754. Okay, so it's the microchip, it's not just the V, you guys. The V doesn't go in the right hand and the forehead. Wisdom, calculate the mark of the beast. His number of a man, Barack Hussein Obama, his number 666. Can't get any clearer than that. 5754. That's all information straight out of Revelation. Oh, that's his birthday code. It's just perfect. All of it's perfect. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I just can't even believe how much stuff is decoded from his birthday code. Plandemic, killer, transgression, Divoc 19, anaerobic, vaccine, causes seizures, blood clots, heart attacks, fails to heal, 5754. It's a killer vaccine is what it's saying. And it's a transgression. His number is the number of a man born August 4, 1961, named Barack Hussein Obama, the number of the beast, the number of his name, 5754. All quotes straight out of Revelation 13, 17, and 18. Unbelievable matches. Named Divoc 19 Eniccav RFID chip, anaerobic cerebral vaccine, radio frequency microchip implant, 5754. Matches birth code perfectly. Go to the description box to get all of these words reversed in the right way. The brain in the right hand, the mark of the beast, is Aneroch Vir US ARNM Eniccav passport Verichip, the brain and right hand chip implant 5754. It just can't be any more clear. All of this, it's so clear. Calculate mark of the beast, Barack Hussein Obama 603 chip implant Aneroch Eniccav Vir US certificate 57524. Calculate mark of the beast, Barack Hussein Obama 603 chip implant Aneroch Eniccav Vir US certificate 5754. I don't know if I have any of these repeated, so I'm sorry if I have. I had a lot of them. A lot. Barack Hussein Obama, War Against the Saints. Divoc 19, Planned Pandemic. Pharmaceutical Sorcery, Heart Attack, Murders. See how this reveals everything in Revelation? Wisdom, calculate the mark of the beast, his number of a man, Barack Hussein Obama, his number 667, 66, 5754. New World Order, population control to exterminate, bloodline, Judah, God's saints on earth, 5754. They code tons of codes having to do with the mark of the beast and Barack's birthday code and all of that. Next, they bring up an Eniccav. So I find that quite interesting because it just proves that's what they're talking about, and that the mark is associated with an Eniccav, but it is not an Eniccav alone. Then Stephen Colbert says interesting, but he says minteresting instead. They're so dumb. Anyway, mint is a code for RFID chip. So it's not the Eniccav alone, it's RFID mixed with an Eniccav, okay? Next on Stephen Colbert, they talk about Elvis and the Eniccav. So supposedly they used him to promote the polio Eniccav back in the day. It's just, they're just so shady.
Not only that, but this is kind of interesting. Not only that, but this is kind of interesting. Not only that, but this is kind of interesting.
Mint is 179. RFID chip is 179. I didn't find anything with interesting. I think that's what they meant to code, is the mint part. When I combined the okay, let's go back here. All right, so they're doing this segment here. They're pretending to talk about Elvis and how he promoted the polio Eniccav. But the whole time that they're doing that, he said minteresting. Instead of interesting, because mint is actually a code for RFID chip, right? And since they're talking about the Eniccav with Elvis, I knew they were coding something, so I decided to just put those two together and see what I came up with when I decoded it. So RFID chip Divoc 19 Eniccav is 1950, and it did decode to this, which was really interesting. Okay, because I kept seeing you guys, the last time I did the video, I was talking about how they're doing the God birthday, Obama's August 4th God birthday, when he turned 61, which is this year, okay? So that code, RFID chip, Divoc 19 Eniccav equals chip on Barack Obama August 4 God birthday. And so I don't know if it's destined or has to happen then, if that's what this means, but I just wanted to show you what that actually comes out to, okay? And then before I can't, it was a code that Joe Biden did, it turned out to be decode to China as God's wrath. And so 61, and so here's the really interesting, because Obama's 61st birthday, I have a code for that. Just a second. All right, so watch my last video if you haven't, because they've been coding Barack Obama's 61st birthday since 2020. So that equals 2501. BHO's 61st birthday, that equals 2501. And then the writing is on the wall. You remember the writing on the wall to King Babylon? 2501. That equals Barack Hussein Obama's 61st birthday. And then Yahweh's wrath, 2501, equals Barack Hussein Obama's 61st birthday. And then I showed you that Joe Biden did a code for China is God's wrath. So 61 is God's wrath.
Back then, the big vaccine that people were worried about was polio vaccine that every.
Next part, I turned way up. I heard him slightly, Tom, whispering under his breath. So listen carefully.
Yes. Vaccine that
That actually decodes to tracking mark. Quite interesting.
Everybody should have, but people were nervous about it. Backstage on that night for the public good,
There you go.
he got vaccinated backstage here at the Ed Sullivan Show. For the public good,
There you go.
he got vaccinated backstage here at the Ed Sullivan Show.
For the common good.
For the common good, decoded to decoded mark of the beast. That's very interesting as well. All right, guys, that's probably it for today. It's a really long video, but I did want to say something to my subs. They must have a cutoff mark for like how channels get promoted, because they've been keeping me at around 30,000 for like years now, even though I have tons of people messaging me saying, how did I find your channel, telling me all the time that they love my channel and stuff like that. And I get messages too that kind of clue me into what's going on. People say that they get unsubscribed all the time. I can't tell you how many messages I've gotten saying that. People don't receive notifications. And so you kind of have to bookmark my channel, and also I'm hard to find. They've like shadow blocked me or unlisted me. It made me really hard. They're just playing nasty games to keep my numbers really low. So what I would recommend is to bookmark my channel. Just bookmark it. Don't count on it being in, they'll unsubscribe you. So you're not going to find it in your YouTube if that's the only way you keep track of my channel. So I would definitely bookmark it and then check back from time to time, because people aren't getting notifications on my new videos. And then you also have to make sure that you check to see if you've been unsubscribed, because they're doing as much as they can to suppress this information. I don't do this for money. I've never gotten money, a single cent off this channel. And but it does bother me, and I wish that more people were able to see it and that they weren't able to play these dirty games against my channel. Anyway, God bless you guys, and I hope you found this information helpful.